Today we're going to be testing the 25VT6A5VGEVB, which is a T6 25-volt power MOSFET evaluation board from ON Semiconductor. The equipment we'll be using for this test include an oscilloscope with 4 different inputs sent to the switching nodes on the board, a DC power supply to provide our input voltage on the board, an electronic load connected to the output of the board, and 2 more DC sources to provide our 5-volt input for the driver and controller inputs on the board. For the connections to the board, we want to connect our 4 oscilloscope input probes to the various probe points on the board for the driver, the phase node, the MOSFETs, and the PWM signal. We want to connect our input voltage between V-in and ground. We want to connect our driver voltage from the positive terminals of the driver pin to the ground pin on the controller side, as well as our controller voltage between the positive terminal of the controller pin to ground. And we will be measuring our output voltage connected to the V-out terminals on the board. To begin the test, we're going to set our output voltage to the desired value, which in this case is going to be 1.2 volts, by changing the VID settings on SW2 right here. In order to obtain 1.2 volts, we're going to set our VID 0 to low, and our VID 1 to high, our VID 2 to high, 3 to high, 4 to low, and then the rest of the pins all to high. Next, we're going to set our driver and controller voltages to 5 volts and power them on. Next, we're going to set our input voltage to the desired value, which in the case of this test is going to be 12 volts. And we're going to power it on and check to see that our output power is on to around 1.5 volts. Next, we're going to fine-tune our output voltage by using the R60 potentiometer on the board. And we want to set it to 1.2 volts. Next, we want to observe that we have the proper switching node and gate waveforms as seen here on our oscilloscope. Next, we want to power on our electronic load. And we want to slowly increase it to prevent the controller from shutting down. As we do this, we want to ensure that the output regulates at 1.2 volts. And the switching node and gate waveforms maintain their proper values as seen on the oscilloscope as we sweep the load from 0 up to 25 amps. This concludes the test of the 25VT6A5VGEVB. For more information, please visit us on the web at www.onsemi.com or contact an authorized distributor.